Is ayahuasca a drug? You're probably in this video because you're curious about ayahuasca, but you don't want to break any laws, or you're worried that it may be a drug, that you may become addicted. Maybe you're here because someone close to you is drinking ayahuasca or thinking of doing so, and maybe you want to dissuade them. You want to show them that this may not be very good for them, or at least you want to inform yourself and understand how bad can it be. Is it bad at all, right? So let's start with the definition of what is a drug. A drug is something that when ingested has a physiological response. By this definition, sure, alcohol, cocaine, heroin are drugs. So is coffee. It has a very strong response on your nervous system. So is food. There are foods, sugars, carbs, sodas, overprocessed stuff that when you eat them and you ingest them, they have a physiological response. Food is the biggest drug of them all. It's also the most common addiction for a lot of people because it's the first drug that we have access to. When we were kids, we can't go to the bar, we can't distract ourselves with work, we cannot and probably won't work out too much. There's no sex compulsions. Nobody's selling us cocaine when we're 6. So if the environment at home is quite hectic, very often our way of hiding is going to be through the fridge, opening that door and eating our anxiety away, eating our worries or depression or our feelings away. If you have friends or if you yourself have struggled with eating issues, you may recall that they are not very recent, and they usually start at a point in life when the emotional intensity and pain was so big that you had to find an escape. So with that being said, food is a drug too, right? The question is not, is ayahuasca a drug? Because sure, it is a drug. By what measures are you judging it? By the government standards? If you go by the governmental standards, you, after doing a little bit of research, will find out that cocaine was used in Coca-Cola for some time, and it was 100% legal. You can see that there is a massive market on the spirits, wine, alcohol industry, cigarettes, that are known drugs, and they're known to have no positive effect on your body. They are toxins, which means that when they go into your body, they generate an autoimmune response. They deplete your system of energy. And even though they are very obvious and scientifically proven toxins, they sell them openly. They may tell you, sure, causing cigarettes is gonna give you cancer, but they still give it to you. So the government saying that ayahuasca is a drug and you shouldn't do it, I think it would be a little bit silly to be led by their standards, especially when the research, and there's a lot of research going on right now, you can look it up as well. There's a lot of research that is backing up ayahuasca, plant medicines like mushrooms, in cooperation with therapy and certain modalities. It has found that it has a potential, and it's not only a potential, for massive healing benefits, especially for people that suffer from PTSD, trauma, anxiety, depression, and a lot of mental and also physical illnesses. So, is ayahuasca a drug? Yes, it is. It is a substance that when you ingest it, it's going to have a physiological response like anything else that you will ingest and have ingested in your life. Now the question is the physiological response that our body has a negative one, or is there a potential for it to be negative? And the answer is no. Even if you have, let me rephrase that, the answer is no, as long as you're doing it in a place where there are responsible people that have been trained and that have a setting that understands the depths of this medicine. Okay, so what I mean by this is that it can be dangerous if done in the wrong place. And for that I have some other videos. But for this video, ayahuasca is a brew made out of 2 plants, so it's 100% natural. It has been around for thousands of years. There's literally archaeological evidence showing that there was ancient usage of this for medicinal and spiritual purposes. So in a way, modern medicine is a little baby compared to how old ancestral plant medicine is, how long it's been used for to treat a lot of ailments that modern medicine falls short on treating. Okay, do not let the fact that maybe the FDA has it classified as a certain category of substance you should be watching out for, because the FDA has approved things that have been extremely harmful to the body and has forbidden things that can be very beneficial. We've seen that with cannabis just in recent years gaining popularity and being approved in a lot of different places because of its medicinal purposes, the oils, the different things. And ayahuasca is probably a matter of time until it becomes legal and is understood. So to wrap up this video, is ayahuasca a drug? Yes. If by drug we mean something that's going to have an impact in our system. Everything we eat, everything we drink has an impact, from water to whatever substance you might have abused or you might imagine people abuse. It all has an impact. The question you should be asking yourself is it a positive impact? And the answer, although I'm clearly biased because it changed my life, my mom's life, my dad's life, my wife's life, and a lot of the people that I've worked with. So working with thousands of people, I've seen things nothing short of miraculous. So I'm biased to say that it is healthy, it is useful, it will not have a negative effect on you. Even if you have a challenging trip, it's going to be something that is going to change your life in a positive way if you do it in the right context. So I hope this is useful, and I hope that when you ask yourself these questions, you think a little bit further than what people are telling you. I invite you to think for yourself and to question in a healthy way without getting a little too crazy, to question the general overarching narrative, especially the one that the government imposes. Because a government that freely allows for tobacco and alcohol to be advertised, yet denies and fights against the use of medicinal plants that have been around for thousands of years and have been proven over and over and over and are being proven over and over and over to be healthy. It's a government that maybe does not have healing and facts and science as their standard by which they rule their decisions. So I hope this was useful. If it's a friend that is asking you if ayahuasca is a drug, feel free to send them this video. Otherwise, follow us. You can see the Instagram link here, and we have a few retreats coming up. Check our website. Hope to see you here. Take care.